thirsty.
That's gold right there. That's gold.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angelo.
They say the left hand, it drop mountains. They say the right hand, he slaying dragons.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this morning started off properly because roughly a week ago, the purse bid for Angelo Leo and Aleem happened, and it was quite interesting because, you know, on True School Sports on the lives, a lot of you guys ask me about why Angelo hasn't been fighting, and you know, I get asked those questions because you guys know I'm close with them, and I've been very adamant that from where I'm sitting, you know, just from my little vantage point, that Pro Box TV, Gary Jonas, they do great work. They're fantastic at what they do, but they haven't really made that full investment and full commitment into his career. They haven't been willing to put up the money that's necessary to push a world champion's career forward. So that's why he hasn't fought. I mean, he fought, when he first signed up for Pro Box, he fought 4 times in a 9-month span, and it was the most active championship level fighter in the entire sport of boxing. Then he wins a world title, and now he's the most inactive champion in the division. So it's not really on Angelo. What it comes down to is lack of investment and lack of willing to do what it takes to push the fighter's career forward. That's just really what it is. But nonetheless, let's talk about it because the purse bid happened. Pro Box TV did not win the purse bid. Angelo's promoter did not win the purse bid. They were actually beaten out by Manny Pacquiao Promotions. You know, the fine folks there, Sean Gibbons, Brendan Gibbons, all them guys. You know, the Gibbons family, in conjunction with Manny Pacquiao, have won the purse bid for this fight. So, effectively speaking, you know, Aleem is going to go into this fight as the A side. It's not going to be Leo versus Aleem. It's going to be Aleem versus Leo. So, you know, it's going to be intriguing because Rice is a good fighter. Rice is a guy that's never been handed anything in his career. And this is his Super Bowl. This is, in fact, his Stanley Cup, his World Series, his World Baseball Classic, his Olympics, whatever you want to call it. It is that for him. He's 36 years old. This is it. And, you know, it's interesting. So the purse bid splits are as follows. Angelo Leo will get 65% of the purse. Aleem will get 335% of the purse. The winning bid by Manny Pacquiao Promotions was roughly $227,000, and Pro Box fell about roughly $60,000 short of that at $67,000. So it's very interesting because, you know, although Angelo Leo isn't promoted by Sean Gibbons and or Manny Pacquiao Promotions, you know, let it not be lost on you guys, the fine folks out there, that Angelo Leo has a long history with Sean Gibbons and Manny Pacquiao. And let me break it down for you. So you got Sean Gibbons, who's supplied a couple of opponents for Angelo in the past, such as Cesar Rocky Juarez on the Gervonta Davis Gamboa undercard. That was one of Angelo's best performances. Go watch that. And also Eduardo Baez for his, what was it? I believe his third fight on Pro Box, right? And then on top of that, you know, now you got Aleem. So that's 3 opponents they've used for Angelo Leo for Manny Pacquiao Promotions. And then on top of that, fun fact, little tidbit of information here. When Angelo won the IBF featherweight title against Venado Lopez, and he went to pick up his belt, he picked up his belt at Knucklehead's Boxing Gym, which is Sean Gibbons' gym. So there's a long history here. And then also Angelo, you know, during some of his adolescent years, he spent time in the LA area, going to Wild Card Gym, sparring many fighters. And, you know, Manny Pacquiao, he used to watch Manny Pacquiao train as a kid. So even though he's the B side, you know, or he's supposed to be the B side, and Pacquiao Promotions is not his promoter, we know that those guys have a history with Angelo Leo. So it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. And as follows, you know, right now there's no date. The Manny Pacquiao Promotions has until May 4th to send the fully executed contracts with all the details, with the venue, with the TV date, with all that stuff. And then once it's sent over to Angelo and his team, he will sign it, right? And so right now there's no date formally, but if we got to make an educated guess, I would say the fight's probably happening. I don't know. I will be led to believe it'll be happening April 18th on the undercard of Manny Pacquiao, Ruslan Provodnikov, and their exhibition. That'll be down the street here at the Thomas and Mack Center. So I want to see that. I'm hoping that's the case. If not, we'll see. You know, as long as the ring is square and the gloves fit, that's what's gonna happen. So really interesting stuff, and it's a chance for Rais Aleem to become world champion. Let it not be lost in here that Rais Aleem has been at it for a long time. Another storyline, guys, as far as this purse bid's concerned. So these guys have been linked for fighting each other for a long time. I remember even back, if you even trace it back to Angelo's first world title fight, you know, back in August, it was August of 2020, I believe. Angelo was scheduled to fight Fulton back then. Fulton pulled out because of COVID. Angelo fights Tremaine Williams, right? Wins his first world title, but Tremaine Williams, let it not be lost on you guys, that Tremaine Williams was actually right. He was supposed to be Aleem's opponent on that undercard. Williams fights Angelo on short notice, and then Aleem wound up fighting Marcus Bates from the DC area. So, you know, there might be a part of Rais Aleem that feels like that first world title should have been his, and that he should have already been on this level a long time ago. So like I'm saying, I got a lot of respect for him. I think he's one of the top contenders of the featherweight division. He's coming off of a big win against Mikita Nakano, and it's a great test. And on top of that, last tidbit of information here, Angelo and Rais Aleem used to do quite a lot of sparring back in the day, like 2020, 2021, 2022-ish at Mayweather Boxing Club. So there's familiarity there. So there's a lot of storylines here from Sean Gibbons and Manny Pacquiao promotions. Already have been on the losing side a couple times against Angelo Leo. You got the whole Angelo Leo Manny Pacquiao dynamic. Manny Pacquiao probably likes Angelo Leo from them days back to the wild card, right? And then also Aleem and Angelo sparring, and just the whole storyline of Rais Aleem never getting a shot against Fulton or Merjon all those years ago, and now getting it at the ripe age, the advanced age of 36 years old. So overall, listen, man, I could come on here and be negative and say negative things about Pro Box for not winning the purse bid, but that would be too easy, I respect Gary Jonas, I respect Daniel Rubin, and I'm happy for what they've done for Angelo's career as far as reviving it, because there was a point in time where he wasn't getting any fights and he wasn't relevant at all. So I really appreciate those guys, along with Chris Glover in the early days, for help getting him to the world title. Even if they're not behind them the way I wish they were, they still did play a role, and you got to give credit where credit is due. But Pro Box, Manny Pacquiao promotions, MC Hammer promotions, SMS promotions, it don't matter. It don't matter what the promotion is, as long as the ring is square and the gloves fit. Let's rumble. And right now we're in pre-camp for the Angelo fight, and I'm looking forward to what's gonna happen in this fight. So yeah, that's the news, guys. That's my little video on the purse bid. What do you guys think? Just so you guys know, once again, the purse bid is gonna be split 65% to Angelo, the champion, and 35% to Rais Aleem, the champion. But the 35%, the guy who got the 35%, his promoter is the lead promoter of the fight. So make it that what you will. But leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I was saying, every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching True School Sports.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports empire, the home of boxing. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, guys. So help us keep being great. Help us keep pushing out that real boxing content for the fine folks all around the world. And make sure you jab, you hook, you Mike Tyson, you Mayweather that subscribe button. Pops, show them how do they gotta hit the subscribe button. Pop, pop, pop.